Hello there.
Alrighty. Problem fixed. I was doing a whole lot of talking. Apologies, everybody. Welcome to SpeedGaming. We got a qualifier number 10 for the Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament going on later in November. It's the optional qualifier round where we got Mr. Mario vs. Keizo Bro. 7 entrants in this race. Mido's house containing for us. The hover boots and an empty bottle. South Hyrule giving us some bomb chews and a Baron hint. Did miss that Baron hint. But in addition, we are starting with the Spirit Medallion. One piece of the puzzle for our Ganon's Castle boss key. That will be unlocked in the Temple of Time once these racers collect the Shadow Medallion. In addition, we'll be looking for the Spiritual Stones, the Kokiri Emerald, the Goron Ruby, and the Zora Sapphire. They will be located in one of the dungeons, somewhere here in Hyrule Field.
So they're playing on vanilla requirements for this, for lax?
Light Arrow cutscene is correct.
Alrighty.
Yep. I did not have the power source to my microphone plugged in, so I was doing a whole lot of gabbing. I'm August 40th, joined by Metroid Master here.
Hello there. And Richard looks like he gave us a little bit of love for Mr. Mario.
And Keizo Bro opting to do the Gerudo Valley route. Interesting play. Let's see if it pays off for him tonight.
Looks like Mr. Mario may be checking the Temple of Time hit.
Song
Says
Shadow Temple Foolish. That's a good hint.
making the play to go check Zelda.
Yep, first gonna pick up his egg. A couple of hint stones on the way. As Keizo Bro has a chicken already hatched from one of those eggs. Finds a slingshot. And Nocturne of What was that? Burning cat teaches what?
I might have missed that hint as I joined in a wee bit late.
No worries.
We'll see what we find just past the waterfall here.
We'll also get a chance to see that hint as Keizo finds that. Desert Colossus Way of the Hero, Kakariko Village Way of the Hero.
Have they already entered Kakariko to check that yet, I wonder? So I'd imagine that Mr. Mario might be making a beeline to Kakariko. Not sure where Keizo is going to go from here.
From here, Keizo will probably follow Mr. Mario into the castle market. Mr. Mario most likely will make the play into Lon Lon Ranch. Not a whole lot he can do as an adult extra. Those hover boots are nice. But ideally looking for something like the hammer or the hookshot for an early adult play.
It's hard to tell what Keizo was looking at there. I know he was looking in the water, but it was hard for me to see what the item was.
Yeah, that's always a difficult one for me as well. But he'll be sure to make note of it if it's something important. As Mr. Mario picks up Zelda's letter and Bolero Fire.
I will, at the very least, help him get another song once he makes the warp and crosses the bridge.
Yeah, very nice to find a 20-pack of chews. I guess the chat was unable to hear us early on. Technical difficulties.
Saw something about the composer's
nice
grave, but I
start.
wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, that most likely is a hint for the chest inside of there for lighting the torches. A little bit of a high five here in the Boulder of Destiny. Keizo going for a second peek, still could not catch what that is. Oh, Minuet is in the Royal Tomb. Minuet of the Forest is our song in there, not the chest check.
Let's see just how quickly Mr. Mario can find his chickens. Instant pick on one as it lands.
That first one should be free. Should be paying attention. It's the second and the third one that will be trolling you.
As Keizo heads to the child shooting gallery. Most accurate predictions on his shots. Gets him a purple rupee for his trouble.
Yeah, not something we're looking for. Money's nice, but not the best with these settings.
Serenade of Water from Malin.
Could be convenient to get back to Lake Hylia if necessary. Time will tell. But also not the greatest. So far, kind of a dry start. Of course, we're not even 10 minutes in.
We'll see what the crates in the back will give us. Looks like Keizo is opting to go into the Temple of Time. Will it be going to a doll, maybe, or just checking the hints?
Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. Opting for that early adult play with the hover boots and the bomb shoes. Possibly just going for a pedestal check. But that would seem a little bit inefficient.
Possibly maybe to check the adult CAC items as well?
Yeah, you're right. Might have seen that. Has he seen Kakariko Village Way of the Hero? I don't think he's seen that yet.
I'm not sure if they did.
Yeah, he shouldn't have seen that one yet. finds DC Spirit Temple, Fire, Jabu, Forest Temple, RR Medallions. So that leaves Water Temple, Deku Tree. That's nice. So Water Temple and Deku Tree are required.
It's always interesting to see how people do the water temple quickly. It doesn't seem like it's a dungeon that's exactly built for you to be fast in.
Yeah, well, tell that to speedrunners, tell that to some of these randomizer racers. See some hint stones outside the Deku Tree from Mr. Mario. He's on his way to pick up Spiritual Stone number 1 from the Deku Tree in here. He will not need that slingshot to complete it.
Looks like Keizo is going to Zora's River. It's an interesting play to make.
Yeah, not too often you see this play made. Might be a time a day setup, but does have those hover boots. Immediately puts all 3 of these checks in logic.
That looks like a Zora tunic. Oh no, Mr. Mario eating an ice trap.
Uh-oh.
Has to get his equipment set up. And immediately intercepts the scrub.
That was our second foolish hint. Gerudo Fortress foolish?
So it looks like 30 and 40 Skulltulas are no-go. Mr. Mario finding the hero's bow in the Deku Tree.
Yeah, that's the letter D, brought to you by the Deku Tree.
Fire Temple is on the way of the hero.
Alright, makes Fire Temple, Desert Colossus, Kakariko Village. Our way of the hero hints thus far. Unfortunate, given that the Fire Temple holds our Fire Medallion.
Now, all medallions are required for Rainbow Bridge on this seed, correct?
No, for these settings, the Rainbow Bridge is unlocked by our 3 Spiritual Stones.
Ah, interesting.
A little bit of a shuffle up from the usual standard. Which also talks of being metamorphosized.
Alright, we shall see what Mr. Mario finds in the basement.
As Keizo is doing one of these checks out of logic here in Kakariko Village, Way of the Hero. Just read Ed Grotto.
Mr. Mario is setting up flame storage.
We're going for the standard B1 skip, basement 1.
If I remember correctly, the recoil off the Baba is banned for this?
Yeah, to get up there, I think so.
Okay. Just going for the standard 2-3-1.
Any other way, the door won't open for you.
I've seen
And
some
like
very
Hylia,
interesting setups for doing that fast. A purple rupee.
Like Hylia, our fourth way the hero hint.
Mr. Mario setting up his broken stick for the Goma fight.
Three
so
hits,
finding-
very nice fight.
Song of Time will be able to open him a good bit. So, do we think he's going to check the graveyard next?
Yeah, and Kakariko might as well hit up the graveyard while you're here. Do a little Dampe racing. Won't be able to grab many of the force inside the Royal Tomb. We know what's there, so that's that, as we find the Zora Sapphire from the Deku Tree.
Impus House finding eye drops.
Alrighty. We are in the area, might as well turn that in. Unless we find the big Goron hint on the way telling us it's junk. That is a guaranteed hint.
I didn't quite see where that Zelda's Lullaby hint was pointing to.
Burning Kakariko Village, as Keizo finds a second bow. A second bow here in the graveyard. So, an early adult paying off for him. Finds a piece of heart there in the crate.
Alright, let's see what Keizo's Dampe race time will look like. Hopefully no flames to the face.
Gotta make sure you are tight on your corners.
Ooh, that was very close to that flame. Dampe very well known for putting these things in near impossible to dodge places. Takes a bonk, but doesn't lose too much time. A Megaton Hammer for Mr. Mario.
Now that is a very nice find.
And with the Fire Temple being on the way of the hero, that's going to help out a ton.
A Megaton.
You could say that.
Now, to note, that is out of logic. Open that grotto with a bomb chew. Those are not considered in logic. So there will be some explosives somewhere in the puzzle before there.
See, Keizo is equipping their eye drops. Gotta wonder then, are they going for the top of Death Mountain Trail?
I think they've set their mind on that, yeah. They're gonna go up the trail, maybe bomb open Juke's wall. But probably not go into Dodongo's Cavern without turning in those eye drops.
Guess we will see what Big Goron crafts for us.
But right before that, we are gonna see what Saria is gonna teach Mr. Mario.
Hopefully something nice. As long as Mr. Mario keeps himself alive.
Keep yourself alive. Keep yourself alive. But might be setting up for a purposeful Delta Warp as Keizo finds magic in Bonnaroo's chest.
And the Sun Song from Saria. Keizo grabbing his second Skulltula token. Talking to Keizo the Goron.
I believe Mr. Mario finding Goron Pottery hint dead. And another Fire Temple Way the hero. Oh, yeah. We have 4 of our Way of the Heroes so far. Lake Kylie, Kakariko Village, Fire Temple, and Desert Colossus.
This looks to be another out of logic check on Keizo's end with the Boulder Maze.
Yes, sirree.
Let's see what the right side holds. A purple rupee. And more bomb shoes.
Not too shabby, but nothing that's going to be valuable, just like that paperweight.
That's a nice little rumble pack.
If you are unfamiliar with the game, it will give you the location of undiscovered grottos.
When you say the location of undiscovered grottos, as in it marks them on the map, or it just shows the little icon?
It will pop up a little rumble pack icon, I believe, or a bomb icon or something. Some indication to let you know, hey, you should place a bomb here. As Keizo finds the fire arrows in the Death Mountain crater, along with the Requiem of Spirit. Lots of info.
Another piece of heart for Mr. Mario.
Very interesting seeds so far. Still looking for the iron boots, looking for a pair of hook shots. Looking for a strength upgrade. And looking for Din's Fire.
I believe that's another dead 40 Skulltula hint. And we see that Keizo is a winner.
As well to note, we had a very trustworthy source in chat mentioning our 5th Way the Hero Kokiri Forest, undoubtedly for those hover boots.
See what Keizo gets for turning in those eye drops.
Well, look at the claim check. The question is what he gets for turning in the claim check.
Is a bigger wallet.
That's nice. You can now buy as many bomb shoes, and all that will be in logic, I think, right?
I would believe so. Pretty much every Zooter Suit that I've played has had bomb shoes be out of logic.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are completely out of logic. It does give you a refillable source of bomb shoes, though. But Keizo is not gonna go into the Doggo's Cavern bearing our light medallion. Looks like they're headed in to the Lost Woods as Mr. Mario pulls his Master Sword from the pedestal of time, escaping those delightful years known as puberty.
And Keizo finding his Megaton Hammer.
It will be interesting to see what Keizo does with all this. Basically, having skipped all of the child segments that Mr. Mario did.
He's also getting a very quick Mido flip.
Yep, making it look like a piece of cake.
You would not believe how long it takes for me to set that up.
Practice makes perfect. But there's always another setup.
Clearly, I've just learned a better one. After
Mr.
seeing
Mario,
that.
armed with that Megaton hammer, I believe seeing Fire Temple Way the hero, wants to see what's in here. Has the hover boots, has the bow, is not gonna get locked out of here logically, other than behind the scarecrow. Keizo very nicely set up that glitchless jump with his bow.
Keizo gets another Fire Temple Way of the Hero hit.
Yeah, lots of repeat hints, no double way of the heroes though. We have a Baron Gerudo Fortress, a Baron Shadow Temple. I think there's still one looming in the distance. Ooh, opponent's song. In Sacred Forest Meadow, locked behind either Zelda's Lullaby to get our minuet from the Royal Tomb, or locked behind Saria's song.
That was quite the launch from Keizo.
Yep, doing the good old Moblin plus skip there. A little bit of controversy in previous seasons. But if you got the tools for it, why not?
I don't know if that would technically be considered a glitch or not.
No, it's not a glitch, it's just kind of a boost and an exploit. And
Mr.
there's
Mario
our
finding
bomb
his
bag.
explosive.
Yeah, that is most likely our way to hero. Let's see if Mr. Mario decides to continue any further. It has two small keys. Unfortunately, it does look like he is interested in going deeper.
See if he makes it through the rooms alive. Like
Oh yeah, he's only got 3 hearts. Oh wait, no, someone picked up the Goron tunic. It was Keizo, bro.
Keizo did pick up the Goron tunic. Mr. Mario opting to go tunicless. Therefore, only has but just a few seconds to get through each superheated room.
Yeah, 8 seconds per heart, so just 24 with those 3 heart containers.
And I believe it's also based off of his current standing health as he enters the room, so he has even less time at 1 1/4 hearts.
You would be correct. Keizo, bro, no problem. Armed with that Goron tunic. Now has the hammer, gonna find that bomb bag. Let's see if they opt to go deeper into the Fire Temple. Mr. Mario in Way of the Hero Desert Colossus, chasing down these Way of the Hero locations.
Looks like Nocturne of Shadow in the
Yeah,
desert.
we're gonna need that. Shadow Temple will hold either the Goron Ruby or our Kokiri Emeralds.
But you still need Din's Fire to access, yes?
Yes, the fire arrow entry into the Shadow Temple is not an allowed strat, so they will need to find Din's Fire somewhere.
And I believe it was Keizo who found fire arrows in the volcano.
Yep, Keizo has been in the volcano and grabbed those. Mr. Mario, I don't believe grabbed the fire arrows, but has found their second bow, the bigger quiver.
As Mario beginning their Dampe race. See how just quickly they get it, and hopefully they don't take any flames to the face or any bonks.
And just 3/4 of a heart has to be careful.
Or 2 flames will give him. Oh no, he takes 1 flame. At least at this point, he now won't have to worry about any more flames.
Looks like 51. Very nice. 9 seconds to spare.
I wonder, okay, they are opting to take the heart piece, gets him his 4th heart.
Yeah, as well as refill, so he does not take a death there in Dampe's grave.
Keizo finding their bomb bag.
With those bombs, yeah. Let's see if they go deeper in with that Goron tunic. They are.
I would imagine they would take it pretty far, considering they don't have to worry so much about the time limit.
Well, so it's just that the fire medallion. Oh, that is required, isn't it? Never mind. Burning Kakariko holds our Zelda's Lullaby. So we will need our Forest Fire and Water medallions, as well as the Shadow and Spirit medallion.
Shadow and Spirit being more for the boss key to Ganon's tower, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. It looks like the way this seed is set up, though, as Mr. Mario finds the Iron Boots.
That will allow entry into our required water temple.
Yep. But it looks like the way this seed is set up is that we're gonna beat Spirit Temple and Fire Temple in order to get Zelda's Lullaby, in order to access our other 2 stone dungeons, the Shadow Temple and Water Temple. Or to complete them anyway, we will need Zelda's Lullaby.
We're also still missing our hook shots.
Yeah, those will come in time for sure. Do not. I guess you do need a hook shot for Spirit Temple. Might not need one for Fire Temple.
Otherwise, I believe it's required for forest and water for sure.
Yep. Definitely not turning out to be a friendly seed. One thing these runners will be hoping to avoid are those side dungeons that don't yield any stones, any medallions. Those being the Ice Cavern at the bottom of the well and Gerudo Training Ground.
Keizo getting a nice little jump up to that block.
Yep, glitchless jump. You normally need strength to grab that. He could have done a ground jump, but opting for a nice little setup there, showing off his skills. Mario now back inside Death Mountain Crater. grab those fire arrows. No.
Will Mr. Mario be able to make it out in time?
He should be able to get inside the grotto.
Oh no!
Whoopsie!
So close, and yet so far away.
Yeah, those couple of inches matter. Okay, so we're getting key after key after key here in the fire temple. It's like Mr. Mario opting to join him. Or no, Mr. Mario maybe just grabbing a fairy and...
Alright, Mr. Mario making it inside before the time runs out. Mario does indeed grab the fairy.
Yep, I thunk as much as soon as he equipped that green potion bottle onto his C menu. Keizo now about to open up the shortcut about halfway through this fire temple. Needs one more key in order to get all the way up to the tippy top.
There's also the possibility that key could be hiding in the Scarecrow's little nest.
Yep, but there he finds the small key. Now, just hoping that the boss key isn't up there.
Looks like we'll find out very soon.
Shoutouts to VXR in the chat for helping us out with the hints. So far, we have Kokiri Forest, Lake Hylia, Desert Colossus, Kakariko Village, and the Fire Temple as our Way the Hero hints. Widow Fortress and Shadow Temple are barren. We've seen hints for, I think, Goron Pottery has been dead. Frogs 2 has, I think, been hinted. A couple other here and there. We did find the eye drop, so we've seen Big Goron. Burning Kakariko holds our Zelda's Lullaby, Minuet of the Force inside the Royal Tomb. Keizo now gonna explore deeper and deeper Fire Temple as Mr. Mario has to use his berry.
It may be that Mr. Mario might have to come back either with more health or with a Goron Tunic. Keizo finding a Deku Shield. Fortunately does not help too much.
I do believe that with a Goron bracelet, this would be in logic with just a bottle. But it's definitely, especially considering we have a wallet and a Goron Tunic, it's in logic. Mr. Mario is playing dangerously. He's looking for the boss key.
Finds Deku Nuts. Or an expansion to Deku Nuts.
Yeah, not upgrade. That's not bad. Swinging a heavier sack, but that leaves one small key. That leaves one boss key. One of them is in the hammer chest. The other is hook shot locked. in that scarecrow nest, as you called it.
Here's hoping that it's in the hammer chest.
Alright, Keizo riding the elevator up, up, up. Unlike the Johnny Cash song.
I mean, you could say this is quite the tall, tall mountain.
Very true. Mr. Mario about halfway through the fire temple, but Keizo, bro, in the lead.
Mr. Mario picking up his third Skulltula token. We know that 30 and 40 are dead, but we still have 10, 20, and 50.
Yeah, that 50 being the one on the table that is most important. Guaranteed to find a hint of that somewhere out in Hyrule. But oh no, Keizo finding the small key. Boss key and Volvagia locked behind the hookshot. Somewhere out there also in the Hyrule field. Sorry, somewhere out there in Hyrule, not necessarily in the field. Luckily, they have the hammer, they have the Bolero of Fire to get back here easily. But they've got to search elsewhere for their progression. Where do you think it's at?
I'm not sure. It could very well be in the Colossus. That's, honestly, I could see it being in the Colossus, maybe.
Yeah, so Mr. Mario grabbed the song there. I think he saw the item that was on top of the arch. That would be the fairy fountain. I'm thinking it's in Lake Hylia.
Honestly, I would probably take that bet a little more than on top, or yeah, in the fairy fountain. That actually seems like it would be a little bit more likely.
I have no idea what was on top of the arch. Mr. Mario has seen it, no doubt about that.
Definitely had my share of seeds have progression items locked behind magic beans, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Keizo, though, going into Dodongo's cavern. I was thinking they were going to try to avoid this. Being the light medallion, killing Dodongo won't do us any good.
That being said, you never know if you might find some decent items in there.
Yeah, that's why it's a randomizer, and that's why we love it.
Not to mention, you can just skip half the dungeon as an adult anyway. So it makes it a much faster set of checks.
Oh, there are Lazelfos in here, that's right.
That's weird, I don't encounter any.
Yeah, not in randomizer. Not unless you play with closed door time, and it's a rather trolly seed.
Gosh.
Mr. Mario making good time here in the Fire Temple.
Mr. Mario hopping around corners here.
To the hip, hop. The hippie to the hippie to the hip hip hop. Okay, I'll stop.
That was quite the interaction there with the bombable door.
Yeah, that was something.
Let's see what Geyser finds. A strength upgrade.
Alrighty then. Need one of those.
Let's see what we find in chest number 2.
Survey says.
A hook shot.
Hey! So good play by Keizo coming into Dodongo's Cavern. Looks like they
So
are
now I
gonna
wonder,
go
will
further.
Keizo... Alright, looks like we'll check the last couple of chests. I wonder if they will immediately warp back to the fire temple to finish it off, or look for some more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so finishing the fire temple gives them their fire medallion. Nothing else in there other than that boss key. I would assume that they're gonna look for other progression, look for other items, kind of exhaust their possibilities.
They did say
Well,
Fire
maybe
Temple
not.
was Way of the Heroes, so that can be 1 to 2 progression items, correct?
Oh, right, there's something on Volvagia as well. You're right. So that wouldn't be a bad play. Yeah, we'll have to see. Keizo will be heading into the boss fight in a matter of moments. Mr. Mario out of the fire temple, finding the bad news himself.
We'll see if Mr. Mario makes the same play or not. And a mirror shield just above King Dodongo. What is this?
That's very convenient.
I don't remember seeing any hints about Dodongo's Cavern being Way of the Hero, and yet,
Nope.
here we are.
Yeah, we need that one. But to answer our question in chat, is everything randomized? Not quite. The songs are randomized within each other in these settings. They can be added to the general pool. There are 1 or 2 things that aren't randomized here or there, especially with these settings and this version of the randomizer. Well, otherwise, most things are randomized in the game. The items and chests and things, respectively. But Keizo Bro, in all that time I was talking, has defeated that dinosaur.
World record strats. Treasure chest game holding a piece of heart, I believe was what I just read on Mr. Mario's end.
Very nice. 1 fewer thing in Hyrule Market. But Keizo taking a commanding lead with that Mirror Shield, Hookshot, and Strength pickup in Dodongo's Cavern. Let's see if Mr. Mario makes his way inside there.
Mr. Mario picking up his 4th Gold Skulltula through the rock.
Yep, a little bit of swag. This Keizo Bro not forgetting some daytime Kakariko hints. He's gonna need to pick up those iron boots on Adult Anju. And so Mario breaks open Juke's wall, pulls open Bonnaroo's chest, grabs his magic meter.
A piece of heart for the trouble of the shooting gallery in Kakariko. Keizo finding his hover boots. Or not hover boots, iron boots.
Mario in Goron City will grab one extra check in the Boulder Maze. Very nice shot.
Keizo deciding to call his horse.
Summoning his steed. Let's see where they go.
I would imagine they're probably gonna jump to Gerudo.
I think there's something strange in the neighborhood. No, not doing any ghost busting. Never mind. Oh, he's taken those Way of the Hero Iron Boots to the Tektite Grotto.
Ah.
Good play, in my opinion. We got a bomb bag Way of the Hero. We got Iron Boots in a Way of the Hero location. Good play. Good play.
Looks like it didn't give too much. Deku Seeds down in Tektite Grotto.
Yep, the other thing the Iron Boots unlock, other than the Water Temple, would it be the toilet in the Gerudo Training Grounds? One of the least favorite checks in the game.
I think I just saw 50 Skulls has a Zora scale.
That wouldn't be good. Well, I mean, not terrible. Zora scale isn't usually required.
This may end up being that you have to do some spider hunting, like Hylia Way of the Hero again. So that could be what, adult and child fishing, top of the laboratory, and then touching the bottom of the lab.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mario has made the correct play to go into Dodongo's Cavern. We'll grab that hook shot. We'll grab that strength upgrade. Might miss out on that mirror shield if he doesn't opt to full clear it. Meanwhile, Keizo has made his way into Lake Hylia.
Are they, do they allow fast scarecrow settings for this?
It is not on the settings, no.
It is unfortunate.
The settings for the bracket, and the later part of the term is not set in stone. But no one has mentioned something like Fast Scarecrow.
Keizo opting to go on a fishing trip.
You know, lots of anxiety built up within the first 53 minutes of the sea. Needs a little stress relief.
I wouldn't blame them.
Sinks a big lunker. Let's see what it's worth.
A red rupee.
Shucks.
20 bucks for a lunker.
Yeah. I mean, that's a nice dinner. Mr. Mario missing up on a chew. I think you can just hit that wall with your hammer. I'm not 100% sure. Oh wait, no, that just kills the regular skull. Never mind.
Let's see what the top of the tower gives us. Provided Keizo gets close enough to latch onto the scarecrow.
And provided he manages to slay the Gwei, which he does, reminder, if you come up here, do not climb the ladder without slaying the Gwei. It will knock you off.
Mr. Mario finding his Goron bracelet.
Probably a sigh of relief, but also a sigh of, why, game? Another all dungeons?
Setting up a ground jump to go for the chest. Fine zero shot.
Meanwhile, Keizo in the bottom of the lab here in Lake Hylia. This is Way the Hero, but this is out of logic. This would require both Zora scale, including the one on 50 skulls. Just a Pizza Heart, though. So, yeah. Don't need both of the scales.
So could this mean that there is a there could be a Way of the Hero item behind shooting the sun?
Shooting the sun or child fishing. I don't think Mr. Mario did any of Lake Hylia. I don't believe Keizo Bro did child fishing either. One of the two. But yeah, unless also the freestanding item in the lake as a child. Remember, we saw Keizo look at that, but we were unable to see what it was.
I believe someone said it was a green rupee.
Okay, I always trust chat. Always. Except when they're wrong, of course.
Mr. Mario, I believe, also opting for the full clear.
Yes, he's not gonna miss out on that mirror shield.
Which Spirit Temple was also one of the required dungeons, yes?
Yeah, we need all of our dungeons, basically. The one thing you can skip out on would be killing King Dodongo here. Mr. Mario does not need the light medallion. But there is an item on the boss heart. We know it's trash, but Mr. Mario doesn't. But also, we don't know if we need to go into the Ice Cavern, Gerudo Training Ground, or the bottom of the well. All the 7 racers in the race are hoping that they do not. But to answer some questions in chat, no soft locking should happen. The game soft locks, you're not thinking of something, or you're playing like a dev version or like a broken, glitched logic version. But two main settings are beatable and beatable only. Or sorry, all locations reachable and beatable only. So in all locations reachable seed, every check in the game is available to you. In the beatable only seed, some stuff is unreachable without using glitches. So, for example, some keys in the Fire Temple or the Forest Temple might lock themselves up in such a way that you can never access the final boss or certain rooms. Meanwhile, we have Keizo, hookshot, bow, strength, everything they need to complete the Forest Temple.
Boss key in the first chest, too.
Yeah, very nice. That is what he's after. The Ganon's Castle boss key. Looks like he will be getting that sub 90 minutes. Sub 70 minutes, likely. But Mr. Mario has returned back to his child form. Gonna do some bowling.
Get some strikes. Bomb shoes for the first item. Decides that's not worth it. And arrows for the second. He decides, nah, I'm not gonna go bowling.
No, and no. Prizes are not worth it.
Keizo making very quick work of his Stalfos.
Kind of reminds me of the those prizes at the bottom of the cereal boxes. Commercials make it look so great. You buy the box, you dig deep in it, and you pull it out, and it's like, that's the prize?
It's like, oh man, I just got a discount amiibo.
It would have been amazing if those prizes did something in your video games.
It's almost that Discovery in A Christmas Story that literally they're just telling you to drink more Ovaltine.
No, you're supposed to drink expensive coffee.
Are you kidding? I make the expensive coffee.
Because everything is awesome.
That's just my job.
But Mr. Mario is going to show us one of our 2 remaining checks here in Lake Hylia.
Hopefully it is
It's going
one
to
of
be Chow
these.
Fishing or Suit the Sun. That's going to be Way the Hero. It's got to be one of the 2.
Find the most interesting strats for doing fishing quick. And it is a letter in a bottle.
Oh, that's going to be our Way of the Hero. Most likely, unless Shoot the Sun is also something really good. Which we will most likely see. They will kill Morpha. It will be a very quick and easy check to get out of the way. But that is a nice find. And opting to play Serenade to warp all the way across Lake Hylia. Might seem a little silly, but definitely in a race setting, definitely the faster strat.
Go have a little chat with the owl. Hitch a ride.
Oh. I don't think anyone would ever think they would intentionally have a chat with the owl.
And yet, here we are.
So Mario trying to collect some money. There we go. Keizo Bro about halfway through the Forest Temple. It's like Mr. Mario prioritizing those Skulltulas, not forgetting about them.
Keizo also picking up a good few.
But it seems Mr. Mario has had enough of his youth. We'll have to go back here once again to kill Baronade. But gonna return to the Temple of Time, grab his Master Sword.
And continue the adventure.
Here on SpeedGaming.
Keizo just barely making it across that gap with the jump slash there. I almost thought it was going to fall into the water.
Yeah, doesn't have a whole lot of room to mess up that one. Pretty precise, but definitely tons of stream value.
Let's see, is Mr. Mario going for the Skulltula by Ganon's castle?
He must. Might also be trying to manipulate his time of day. Coming into the castle sets your time of day to midnight. Taking that and going back to the Fire Temple. Oh, no, has remembered he is Pierre locked. While he has located his suckshot, still needs to set his Scarecrow song.
If he wants to, you can also probably open up Water Temple and get some checks in there as well. Although I suppose they would try to opt till they have both the hook shot and the long shot.
Yeah, that's correct. Ideally, because there's only 4 checks inside the Water Temple, most of it's going to be small keys. Generally, you're going to see racers put that off until they have the long shot. Or perhaps at least Ferrers win, so they could set that there and quickly warp back. But you never know, we might have a French vanilla or a completely vanilla long shot. It's happened before, and it will certainly happen again.
Mr. Mario not having much luck getting a bite as an adult.
Okay, so almost at the halfway mark. Second floor Stalfos.
Opting to pick a fight with the Poe first. Never a bad idea.
Yeah, there's something strange in this neighborhood. Saria has called Link here to fix it. And by golly, fix it he will. One final check in Lake Hallia for Mr. Mario. Or no, he's got the lab stuff. Never mind. But I am curious if Mr. Mario is going to use that sun song to shoot that sun. Oh, he should
looks like he's
warp
having a little
there
trouble
right
sniping
now.
the Gwei. Is he gonna make it? He does.
Oh, he did.
And decides to abort
Defying
mission
all odds.
before the Gwei pecks him.
I wonder if he can warp with Serenade from the lab and hit the sun. I wonder if it's early enough. The cuckoo crowed right before he walked into the door.
We will find out very soon. Okay, so getting the third bow upgrade.
Yep, bow locked bow.
What are the odds?
Mr. Mario is gonna try it though.
Alright, let's see what the sun holds for us.
Maybe. Oh, he does get it. Very nice. Very efficient use of his time.
It's a
Dinspire?
blue rupee.
Oh. Very different from Dinspire.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, so confirmed Rudo's letter, Way the Hero, Lake Hylia. Not too surprising. That will get us into Jabu Jabu, which will give us Zelda's Lullaby in Burning Kakariko Village. But first we need Lord Banana. Is it gonna be a burnt up crispy banana located from defeating our dragon? Maybe it's gonna be here in the Forest Temple for defeating Phantom Ganon.
The worst boss fight in the game.
One of them.
Okay, I can't really say the worst boss fight. I will say the hardest boss fight in the game.
Definitely harder than Ganondorf himself.
Honestly, I found Twin Rova to be easier than Phantom Ganon.
Oh, okay. And I would consider Twin Rova. 2 phases, the trolley aspect of gathering the element on the shield. But Mr. Mario, unfortunately, taking a death riding the elevator up, up, up.
It's more the timing of reflecting the bolts back gets really wonky against Phantom Ganon, not to mention that half the time they just don't like to reflect back to them, so you just completely miss the game of tennis.
Yeah, tennis is not my forte. Mr. Mario going for that fairy in a bottle. Fire Temple is not playing nicely. These keys not dropping any hearts for him. So he's going for fairy strats. Can't blame him here, as Keizo Bro taking out Meg. Here in the Forest Temple. 2 checks left. But we still need a whole lot of items. We need a strength upgrade for the Spirit Temple, Lord Banana for Jabu Jabu, Long Shot for the Water Temple, and Din's Fire for the Shadow Temple, as well as the Light Arrows to slay our pig.
Should hopefully be finding them soon. Ooh, just barely making that block cycle on Mr. Mario's side. Thankfully, checking the Scarecrow will be a lot faster since Mr. Mario has the shortcut to the upper floors open.
Yeah, it's always a bummer when you dip into Fire Temple and are unable to get to this spot. Well, just $200 in the basement of the Forest Temple. So 1 check locked behind Phantom Ganon is all that's left here. Otherwise, right, didn't pick up anything in the Forest Temple other than a bow-locked bow.
If there's one thing I will give Phantom Ganon, the whole hunting him down to the pictures was very fun.
Oh yeah, blind playthrough, the Forest Temple is probably one of my favorites. On the randomizer playthrough, not so much. Quite the opposite for Lord Jabu Jabu. First time playing through, oh gosh, this is terrible. Second time playthrough, oh, just 1 Deku step kills Big Octo? No problem.
It's gotta turn him right round.
Just like him. Keizo Bro turning that Phantom right round. Crossing over into the afterlife. Keizo will collect that Shadow Medallion.
Opts not to get the heart.
Yeah, not worth the time. saving a handful of seconds there. Nothing for him in the Forest Temple.
Alright. Are we gonna have a 40-second Volvagia fight? Or will Mr. Mario succumb to the heat?
Yeah, sure to be a quick one. Mr. Mario will most likely take advantage of the 2 hitboxes here in the boss room. Anyone not in the know, there are 2 Volvagias, one that plays whack-a-mole, and one that is safely below the battlefield, but not quite safely, as it is vulnerable to the bombs you see Mr. Mario dropping into that hole. So while one is distracted playing whack-a-mole, Mario is actually damaging the shared damage pool by both of the hitboxes. And so just like that, the dragon is down.
And that second Volvagia will always be in the same position when you start the fight, correct?
Yeah, that second one will always be in the inside the hole that the dragon flies into. So at the start of the fight, it always flies into the hole that is directly in front of Link. If you have a trolley fight, and the dragon flies around and pops into another hole, you have to bomb that hole.
And just a bundle of arrows that Volvagia has.
Yeah, that confirming our bomb bag way the hero for the Fire Temple. But kind of trading places now. Keizo gonna be climbing up, up, up. Grab that boss key and kill his dragon. Let's see if Mr. Mario makes their way over to the Forest Temple. Have everything they can complete it with that. And I think that's exactly where they're headed. It's kind of flip-flopping here. So when all said and done, Keizo should have the... Yeah, Keizo will have the dragon defeated well before Mr. Mario is out of the Forest Temple. Mr. Mario stopping in for a quick Skulltula here. Mr. Mario is up that Zora Sapphire that he got outside of the Deku Tree.
That is also one of our required items. So we will see if Keizo decides to make their way to the tree next, or where they will go.
Yep, doesn't have a whole lot open to him as an adult. Other than Gerudo Training Ground and the Water Temple. A couple of other random checks here or there. 10 Big Pose, the Haunted Wasteland.
Keizo opting to equip the shoes. Are we going to see shield drop shoe explosions against Volvagia?
That's what that would indicate to me. Anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, sit back, take some notes. You're gonna see Keizo attempt the quickest strats to kill Volvagia. Mr. Mario being very efficient in his spider hunting.
Mario also cutting it very close to those power waves by the giant moblin.
There's Pona song for Mr. Mario.
Shoutouts to all the Terry Bogard fans.
Mr. Mario, having stopped off grabbing those spiders, will just be entering the Forest Temple as Keizo is beginning his dragon fight. Actually, ending the dragon fight.
It was a very quick dragon fight, other than getting flamed in the face.
Luckily, he has that Goron tunic, so luckily can withstand a little bit of heat.
Okay, so picking up their fire medallion.
Where do they go to now? Will they go to GTG? Or will they make their way over to Lake Hylia and grab their Ruto's letter? Still haven't returned a child. No, they're going to the desert. They're gonna pick up... What was it? Requiem? Or not Requiem. Nocturne of Shadow here?
I believe so.
I think that was a Skull Mask hint. Nothing to do inside of the Spirit Temple, at least not as an adult.
Have to come back as a child to be able to do some checks there.
Yep, does have that slingshot, which they got in Gerudo Valley. Mr. Mario has never been that direction. So does not have that in logic and available to them. Meanwhile, Keizo, having completed the Forest Temple, has access to that Ganon's Castle boss key with that Shadow and Spirit Medallion. Unfortunately, there's no Rainbow Bridge to get into the castle without collecting the 3 spiritual stones. And they have 0.
Maybe they will take a trip to the Deku Tree.
Yep. I think they're first gonna stop off and take a peek at what those bowling prizes are. Oopsie! Mr. Mario, slipping and sliding on those banana boots.
Both players have made very quick work of the bubbles. Okay, so also finding out that bowling's just not quite worth it today.
And chat saying that they might have seen a hook shot in Lake Hylia as a child. So that might be why we are seeing Mr. Mario make such a hard play for all these Skulltulas. As Keizo, 1 hour 24 minutes in, is making his way up to Lake Hylia. Oh, okay. It's like, you don't have Zelda's Lullaby, why are you going into the fountain? Just opting for a different route.
forgetting that it's actually possible to open chests underwater.
Yep, you just need the hook shot and some iron boots.
Who knew the hook shot was good at picking locks?
But nice to welcome some newbies to the Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Learning you can do all sorts of things like customize your tunic colors. There's some custom audio options as well. As well as all the random wackiness you get from the randomizer. And because we have guaranteed hints for the 30, 40, and 50 Skulltula rewards, those are not included on the tracker. Keizo now armed with Zelda's Lullaby and Bolero Fire. Making up some ground on Mr. Mario. Certainly... Oh no. Might be... Yeah, looks like they are skipping Lon Lon Ranch for now. Using their time of day advantage. With that Sun Song, they're gonna check Dampé Digging.
Which is one I don't think either player has checked yet.
Yep, as well might make their way into Kakariko Village, do some nighttime spider hunting, and turn in 20 Skulltulas.
Unfortunate that it was just another Deku Shield.
Yep, and another one. That's like the third or the fourth one we've seen.
Oh, when I say it's the third.
We're gonna see some spider collecting.
Makes 14 for Kaizo. So it looks like it's gonna turn in the reward for 10. See what we find. 20 bucks.
Some Mario, yeah. Mario found that, or collected that earlier, I think. So unfortunately, we'll not be able to grab all 20 while he's here.
Interesting that Kaizo is opting to use a chew for that spider.
Yep, definitely a little bit faster. It's really easy. Climb up a couple rungs, or climb up some rungs, then press A to let go and drop a chew, and it goes straight up to kill the Skulltula. But Keizo is gonna skip out on Lon Lon Ranch. What was up there? The Serenade of Water, so not a bad play. Mario at the halfway point here in the Forest Temple.
So would you say Mario still has the advantage on this one so far, or Keizo would still hold the advantage?
At this point, it's quite even. Mario does have the advantage of the Ruto's letter. But they should be finishing up these two dungeons at about the same time, I think. That being Forest Temple and Deku Tree here. So besides that Ruda's letter, they're going to be on pretty even playing ground, I want to say.
I guess the big difference will be is if Mr. Mario decides to go turn in that Rudo's letter. No, wait a minute. He's still waiting on a lullaby or a Gale to be able to get into Zora's domain.
Well, that would be for logic. The racers of this caliber can pick up a chicken and maneuver that chicken past the waterfall in Zora's River. So that's not an obstacle per se. Just hasn't really been convenient, especially because they don't have a scale. We saw Keizo kind of clear out Zora's River very early on. Didn't get anything there. There is still Frogs 1, but no Song of Storm, so I'm not going to worry about that until we find it. Definitely not the friendliest seat, but I have certainly seen worse. One of the cool things about the Ocarina Time Randomizer is the really easy Randomizer aspect of it. And with that, of course, you can put anything anywhere and make some really trolly garbage and give it to your friends.
I've had to do that once before. A friend of mine wanted to do a 3-heart challenge, all sanity. And I told him, "You're insane." And he goes, "I know," and then manages to complete it. We had to use the randomizer for that one.
The insane one part of that would have been to include a one-hit KO.
It was insane. He was not that insane. That being said, I have tried one-hit KO or a one-hit KO seed myself. I have not finished it yet, mainly because I really need to learn the proper B1 skip instead of the Baba recoil that I usually use. I can't do that because that would kill me.
Yeah, may the force be with you on that one. Keizo Burrow now finishing up the third floor of the Deku Tree. Mr. Mario taking out Meg. Couple switches and a counterclockwise puzzle for Mr. Mario. While Keizo Bro is gonna do a little flame storage and B1 skipping.
Keizo opting for a ground jump.
Yep. It's got the bombs for it, why not?
I mean, if I had a choice between doing that or trying to do the jump setup,
yeah,
I would probably be doing
you and me both.
I would probably be doing the ground jump.
Infinitely easier. There, Keizo is setting up that stick. There's Queen Gomez, Mr. Mario in the Phantom Ganon fight. Have a feeling Keizo's gonna be out of here first.
Unless something goes catastrophically wrong. And
Nope.
it did not.
Very nice one cycle fight for Keizo. Unfortunately, it is impossible to make the Phantom Ganon fight go as quickly. Keizo passing up on Deku Shield number 3. Collecting the Zora Sapphire. Mr. Mario just 1 or 2 more strikes. There he has him down.
Sending Phantom Ganon to the afterlife. I prefer sending them to the Shadow Realm.
More importantly, that will garnish Mr. Mario their Ganon Castle boss key.
Okay, so deciding to drink his green potion?
I think looking to collect some bugs for some soil patch and spider
That
farming.
makes sense.
Mr. Mario may be going into the water temple. Oh, never mind. Maybe going into GTG?
Possibly?
Summoning his steed. But chat definitely has it right. It's a close race between these two, Mr. Mario and Keizo. Those letters, all that stands between them. I guess that slingshot too. Mr. Mario does not have the slingshot out of Gerudo Valley.
Okay, so checking having checked slingshot target goes to do Ocarina memory game.
Just a skip away.
Mr. Mario with the swag gainer over the fence. So Mario finds his Goron tunic. He's probably wishing he had found that a lot sooner.
Yeah, that's what it was. Keizo grabbing those bomb shoes from the open grotto immediately went into that one and grabbed that Goron tunic. Mr. Mario was playing a little more conservatively with those shoes early on. And as we saw in the Fire Temple, it cost him a bit of time. A death or 2. Keizo also making efficient way through the Lost Woods and Sacred Forest Meadow on his way to collect another song. Is there something strange in Mr. Mario's neighborhood? Is he gonna do some ghost busting here in the land of Hyrule?
We will find out shortly enough. That may be why he emptied. Yes, he is going ghost busting.
Oh,
that may
one
have been
shot,
why,
2 shot, very nice.
Emptied the bottle there.
Yeah, very close call, but he gets it.
So I have to release this fairy.
You're free! As Keizo grabs their sun song. Almost 1 hour, 40 minutes in.
A Hylian shield.
Ugh, that's not what we were looking for. Alright, so Mario not going into the Temple of Time tells me he's going into GTG. Nothing else for him, right? Yeah. Not without opening up Azor's Fountain. I guess it does have a Tektite Grotto.
Probably also find the rupee that was just chilling in the depths.
Meanwhile, Keizo continuing to hunt some spiders. Tells me there's a good chance there was a hookshot in Lake Hylia. Silver scale lock, which we know one scale locked behind 50 Skulltulas. Hopefully the second one is just locked behind 20.
We shall see very soon.
First, it looks like Keizo gonna stop off in Goron City, gonna stop the Hot Rodder. Not sure if they've seen the hint for the Goron Pottery. I think we saw that one somewhere, sometime along the way.
Might have been on Mr. Mario's end.
I think, though, at this point, they should have seen all the same hints. Taken slightly different routes, but pretty sure they cleared just about the same areas. Oh, and Keizo stopping the Hot Rodder just like a couple inches too soon.
Okay, so finding a silver
And
scale.
That's a big find for Keizo. Silver scale from the Hot Rodder. He knows exactly what to do with that one. As Mr. Mario is gonna uncover their slingshot. I hope that doesn't cause them too much trepidation.
Home for another spider.
Keizo now in Azor's River, gonna head down, grab a cuckoo, maybe a bean, climb back up and go into Zor's domain, I would imagine. And then out through the shortcut to Lake Hylia. It would be awesome and very convenient if Zor's domain held Lord Banana. Not too many places that he could be hiding. And Mr. Mario, once again in Gerudo Valley, gonna show you a intentional death warp. Not too many hearts. Able to clear about 1.5 to 2 per bomb.
I thought you could damage yourself infinitely with that.
Depending on the precision of your pause buffering, but again, pretty precise. But I don't think it's quite infinite, but definitely a lot.
Is it going for the cuckoo fly into the domain?
Yeah, gets it first try, not a problem.
Mario jumping across the gap, heading into the valley.
Yeah, a whole lot of chests in Gerudo Training Ground, but 9 of them hold small keys. We do know the fortress area itself is barren. There's nothing on the rooftop. Nothing on 1,000 or 1,500 horseback archery. Meanwhile, Keizo going for the speedy strats here in Zora's Domain. Opting up for the flame storage technique while the minigame timer is going off. As 35 seconds to collect these 5 rupees. As Mr. Mario has no problem dispatching the fortress guard.
Gets their Gerudo membership card.
You see Kaiser now emerging from the water here and pulling out a stick already lit on fire. Don't know how the burning or the flame storage trick works. If you put your stick away and it passes through the fire on its way into Link's pocket, it will store the state of being on fire. So when you pull it back out, it's still on fire. So long as that torch that you lit it on is in the loading zone.
Mr. Mario going for the horseback archery. He might have missed that hint that the fortress area was dead.
Unless it was the training ground and that was foolish. But I don't think so. Could be wrong.
I don't think so. Oh! Silver gauntlets for
Silver
Keizo.
gauntlets. That's a nice find.
A heart container for Mr. Mario.
Yep, so if this is the long shot here in the lake, and yep, that is the long shot. So all of a sudden we are Din's fire and the light arrows away from go mode. And a whole lot of progression on Keizo's side, back to back.
Is Mr. Mario going to be able to get that 15,000? Going for the pots this time.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
When in doubt, pots the way out.
And lots of love, but nothing too helpful.
Yeah, but Keizo is gonna get helped if he can sink this lunker.
He gets a bite.
Yeah, he's cleared out all the rest of Lake Hylia besides shooting the sun. Just recently picking up Sun Song from Saria's. Went adult really early. And just now returning back to it. There is the letter.
So my guess is we're going to see Keizo going to Jabu. Yep.
Well, I imagine he's gonna turn it in. I don't think he necessarily needs to make the play for the vanilla boomerang chest. Probably better to go into either into the ice cavern or Gerudo training ground, honestly. Or actually, probably not. Probably better to go into Spirit Temple now that he can full clear it. Yeah, he can full clear both Spirit and Water Temple. Hopefully, on the way in doing that, he would find Din's Fire. Now we do know Shadow Temple is booming.
Oh, boomerang in
there.
Gerudo training grounds for Mr. Mario.
Yeah, Lord Banana held hostage by the Gerudo guards, extending our all dungeons into the Gerudo training grounds. 100% required this seed, locking Zelda's Lullaby, believe it or not.
This has turned out to be quite the interesting seed.
Yep, and unfortunately Mr. Mario also under the impression that he might be required to collect 50 skulls to get that silver scale. No idea that another scale is sitting on the Hot Rodder Goron in Goron City, just rolling around.
At the speed of sound.
You
A
know,
little bit of love in that room there.
Keizo, though, in the desert, gonna pop into Child Spirit. Make sure the first 2 checks aren't required. Also, I'm realizing I misspoke. Keizo cannot clear, full clear the spirit, or water temple does not have Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember there being like a chest or two that requires those.
Yeah, he might get away with clearing out the spirit temple without needing Zelda's Lullaby. But highly unlikely that he
The
could grab
boss
the.
key chest door requires Zelda's Lullaby, I think, in Spirit Temple. But yeah, you know, it's absolutely required for the water temple. So for Spirit, if the boss key is not vanilla. Oh wow, Din's Fire also in Gerudo's training ground.
Yeah, and just like that, we in the commentator's booth are in glow mode. And interesting, Mario got a whole bunch of keys, opting to go into the left side of the maze right off the bat. Getting, yeah, 5 keys, so, best play for Mr. Mario would be to bounce at this point. You need 1 more key, good sir.
Because it looks like they found 2 Way of the Hero items, so that should be all they really need to check.
Yeah, the only thing that could be in there would be the light arrows. Now, Mr. Mario still needs a silver gauntlets. Other than that, they are in good shape.
Both runners dead even in terms of dungeon completion.
Unfortunately, Mr. Mario in this optional side dungeon. Again, the only thing they could grab out of here would be the light arrows. So gonna lose a little bit of time here. But again, Keizo will need to come to GTG eventually. But most likely is gonna wanna put that off as long as possible. But is being rather efficient now going into Lon Lon Ranch. This could be Saria's song for them. They've gotten hints for Minuet and Zelda's Lullaby at this point. Did they should have grabbed their Nocturne Shadow out of the desert.
I believe they both do have their Nocturne of Shadow.
I think at
a bigger bomb bag.
Unfortunately, I think at the 2-hour mark, if you put off Lon Lon Ranch this long, I think you continue to put off Lon Lon Ranch. Just picking up Serenade.
Mr. Mario warping back to the graveyard.
Yep, he's got dense fire hover boots, magic. He can full clear out the Shadow Temple. Pick up spiritual stone number 2. It's not forgotten this is a race. Hoping to pick up a strength upgrade, not in the Shadow Temple. That's foolish. But hoping for some miracles as Keizo talking to the owl, getting a ride to Hyrule Castle.
Mr. Mario opting for a lensless Shadow Temple.
Yep, not gonna be a problem for Mr. Mario 7788. Certainly knows where all the invisible chests are. And having made the brackets of several seasons of tournaments, should not have a problem with the invisible platforms and the spikes and whatnot.
Alright. Give me one moment, I have to step away for just a sec.
No worries, I think I can entertain folks. Maybe. Oh, chat, you tell me, are you not entertained? We have Mr. Mario versus Keizo here on Speed Gaming. This is qualifier number 10 for the Speed Gaming Live Tournament. Happening later in November. This is the optional qualifier round for seeding purposes. And these are 2 of the 7 racers in the current race. They are racing on a 20-minute delay. Close to $2,000 has been raised for the prize pool for the Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament. These racers want a piece of the action. As such, they are racing on a 20-minute delay. And a little bit of spoilers, this is not a sub 2-hour seed. Keizo, though, with the Silver Gauntlets and the Mirror Shield, jumping in to the Spirit Temple. They are looking for the light arrows, looking for Lord Banana and Din's Fire. The latter 2 of those are in the Gerudo Training Ground. Mr. Mario collecting those just moments ago. Keizo having dipped into Child Spirit and grabbed 2 small keys. A sigh of relief, considering they do not have Zelda's Lullaby. They are locked out of a good handful of checks here. Definitely keeping things interesting at the 2-hour mark. There is no wrong warping allowed in this category. This is standard rule set. The only glitch type things that are allowed are ground jumping and flame storage, both of which we've seen a little bit showcased already in the seed. Keizo grabbing their 3rd small key out of the Spirit Temple. And double magic. And forgetting, you do not have Zelda's Lullaby, bruh. Keizo. It's in Burning Kakariko. Instead, they are going to use that double magic meter and light some torches. So Mario, running straight into the spinning invisible blade. But no worries, just wants what's in these chests. Gets a pizza heart. As Keizo picks up small key number 4. And Mr. Mario continues to dig through a foolish Shadow Temple. We saw pretty early on that the Shadow Temple holds nothing. Got a hint that the Shadow Temple is a foolish location. There's not going to be anything in here of value.
Other than the keys that he needs. Also, I am back. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, the keys for that spiritual stone. What Mr. Mario's in here looking for.
I see Keizo is working their way through the Spirit Temple.
Yep, has collected 4 small keys in total.
Making quick work of the Anubis. I believe that's what they were called. It's been a little while since I last looked at the enemy names.
Yep, that is correct. But my question, it's Anubis if it's singular. If there's multiple, wouldn't it be Anubi?
I believe it would be Anubi. I would have said Anubi if I was more certain on the name of the enemy.
Yeah, but I don't think the ancient Egyptians ever considered multiple of their sun deity, or is it the underworld deity?
Underworld deity.
One of them. And the Spirit Temple also proving just garbage in here. Where are our light arrows?
Guys are making very quick work of the Iron Knuckles. Honestly, my favorite mini-boss fight in this game.
Yeah, even without the big Goron sword, making it look pretty easy. To answer the question in chat, we saw a hint for the treasure chest minigame in Castle Market. It's garbage. As Keizo has found their 5th and final small key for the Spirit Temple.
Ooh.
Hey, and there's the big Goron sword. It heard me talking about it. Also, to answer the question in chat, Mr. Mario got Lord Banana in the same place they got Din's Fire in Gerudo Training Ground. Mr. Mario finding a boss key. That's exactly, though, what Mr. Keizo's looking for. Did not opt to go into the sunblock room. Instead, gonna go all the way up. I won't be able to open that door and get the vanilla boss key chest. But they will be able to lower the platform, melt the face, have access to the boss door. This chest is one of the final 2 that they can get. And it's just a bundle of arrows, so does the sunblock hold our boss key in the Spirit Temple, or is it locked by Zelda's Lullaby? Wait, no, it can't be. Right?
It's possible. The boss key is vanilla.
But you need Zelda's Lullaby to get into there. And you get Zelda's Lullaby for defeating the Spirit Temple. Unless perhaps I missed Keizo picking up the boss key. Always a possibility that I make a mistake.
We will find
almost
out
a certainty. Undoubtedly. One thing to note, if you do that puzzle up top and do not melt the face and leave the spirit temple, you have to do it all over again. Does look like Keizo going for that sunblock. I think this has to be the boss key, unless he already has it.
Looks like he's going up child side now. Yep.
Yeah, this is the last chest that he has access to in here. So if this isn't the boss key, something's wrong. Wonky. Or everything's fine and I just don't understand.
We'll find out very shortly.
And Mr. Mario also forgetting, yo, dude, you don't got Zelda's lullaby.
So the real question is, how will they get around?
Let's not forget this out of the way, Skulltula. 25 for Mr. Mario.
There is our boss key. You were right.
Yep, there it is. Has to be there. We have to be able to complete the Spirit Temple without Zelda's Lullaby. Now we might have to come back here. That would be fun. If we get up to Ganondorf and he's like, "You'll never find my Laird arrows in the Spirit Temple."
Very possibly. My bet is they could be in the Great Fairy's Fountain in the Colossus. Because that could be one of the Way of the Hero items. So my prediction on that could have been correct, just for the wrong reason.
Also very likely here in a randomizer on SpeedGaming. What, Mr. Mario gonna check the 20 Skulltula reward? There's 10. Needs that 20 bucks first. There's 20, just the single green rupee. Not what we're looking for. So Mr. Mario looks like hard playing for that 50 Skulltula scale. Has no idea. Another scale lies much in a much easier location to get in Goron City.
Okay, so they're pretty close on this Twin Robo fight.
Okay, so proving why we call her Troll Roba.
Ooh, okay, so taking a hit from the Fire Blast.
But makes it to the second phase for the double dynamite attack. Mr. Mario back inside the Dongle's Cavern. There's some Skulltulas, it looks like.
Interesting choice for set.
It might be a meta type of play saying, alright, it's over 2 hours in. If it's not the 50 skull scale that's required, someone would have finished already by now, maybe.
That is, if that one is actually required.
Yeah, but we know it's not, and still, no one is finished. Nothing for Mr. Mario to do in the Desert Colossus. Oh, he's just going to the overworld to do a little save warpy warpy. has Ruto's letter, has Lord Banana. I'm guessing Mr. Mario heads into Jabu Jabu. Hopefully does the Zora's diving game on the way and picks up the silver gauntlet there. As well as Goron City needs to go in there for his scale.
Oh, since Keizo has Forest Medallion, he can check Sheik at the temple.
Yeah, at this point we know that's gotta either be Prelude to Light, Saria's Song, or Song of Storms. But he's opting to do a little bit of a reverse Wasteland. Do the one check in here with his fire arrows.
I believe that was considered Baron. Or no, was it?
I don't think the Wasteland was. It might have been. That might have been our third and final Foolish hint. That's always a trolly one to get.
We'll find out very soon. It was indeed Baron.
But if he continues, and it looks like he is, he's gonna find himself in glow mode. Gonna pick up Lord Banana and Din's Fire. Meanwhile, Mr. Mario doing some spooter hunting. But Keizo in good positioning here. Water Shadow and Jabu. Probably all in all take at least 30 minutes. Maybe a little bit more.
And then after that, it's just a matter of finding that boss key.
Well, finding the light arrows.
I'm sorry, light arrows was what I meant to say. They both have the Ganon's Tower boss key.
Yeah, I mean, granted, the light arrows are the key to killing the boss. So I guess technically you weren't wrong.
Been awake since 4 a.m. So.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'd do it too. But, Fortress Guard, no problem for Keizo as well. Now Mario will head up the river.
Okay, so finding Lord Banana.
Yeah, all hail. Gotta rescue him this seed. Now, where was Din's Fire?
I want to say it was just after Lizalfo's.
Yeah, must have been either in the right side of the maze or on the fire enemies. Interesting to note, we are at the 2-hour 14-minute mark. Mr. Mario just now coming up the Zora's River. Keizo did this I think before that 30-minute mark. So it shows you the different priorities in this location for these runners. And because of that, we saw Mr. Mario doing the Gerudo Fortress. He just saw that hint. That hint was up here in the open grotto in the river. At least one of them was. And that cost Mr. Mario a handful of seconds doing some horseback archery.
The other big question is, since Keizo has the silver gauntlets, will he check behind the silver gauntlets block?
I think if you grab Din's Fire, you leave. I don't know. Actually, I think Din's might have been in the center of the maze, which Mario chose to do after the right-hand side, having grabbed 5 full keys. Keizo's gonna do the whole loop, so Keizo will go to the like room. Still a possibility of pulling out the light arrows in here.
I've had way too many seeds have my light arrows being GTG. It's very possible.
Meanwhile, it looks like Mario is not gonna do the diving mini game. Might miss out on those silver gauntlets. Would not be good. But either way, Mr. Mario will be making progress in Lord Jabu Jabu. Finally, we see that big Goron hit. We found those eye drops in Impa's house. And Mr. Mario going back into Zora's domain. He has not forgotten the checks in here. Good on him. This is gonna pay off for Mr. Mario in the long run. Keeping things very much alive, very much interesting. But Keizo's still in the lead with the Spirit Temple done and out of the way.
Keizo making very quick work of the like lights. Finds another small key. A huge rupee. Now the key. Ooh. And an ice trap.
Yeah, haven't seen a whole lot of those. Just 2 or 3, I think. There are the silver gauntlets for Mr. Mario. Good on him for coming back in here. So one thing to note about here in GTG, there are 9 small keys. Keizo up to 7. Now if we go through the entire maze and we have 2 small keys, there's something inside the toilet, locked behind a bunch of silver rupees and the Song of Time, and the Iron Boots.
Keizo should have the Song of Time and Iron Boots. He should be good to go.
He does, but he still doesn't want to have to do that check. Up to 8 small keys.
Mr. Mario making his way into Jabba Jabba.
Mr. Mario the second one into the fish, but we'll be the first one to complete it.
We'll see if
There's Fire for Keizo. First check in the left side of the maze.
we'll see if Mr. Mario continues his spider hunting in Jabba Jabba.
Yeah, in his mind, I think still needs the scale. I guess it doesn't need the scale. He's in here without it. Actually, unless like we saw a hint for light arrows on 30 or 40, I'm not sure why Mario is collecting skull pearls still.
Let's see. He already grabbed the silver.
Yeah, he can complete Spirit Temple. He can complete Jabu. And after that, he can complete the water and the Shadow Temple. Oh wait, no, he needs the silver scale for the long shot. That's why. That's why. I knew there was a reason.
I wonder if Mr. Mario hasn't figured out that the long shot is in Lake Hylia.
Yeah, he's at this point seen that for sure. What he doesn't know is that there's a second scale in Goron City. That's what he needs to go find sooner rather than later. As Kaizo finds the Song of Storms as the reward for killing Twin Rova. And I am certain will be making his way into Lord Jabu Jabu back up the river.
Finding a Song of the Storms would also open up bottom of the well. We might find something there.
Well, the only thing we could find there would be the light arrows. But that does mean that Saria's Song or Prelude of Light are going to be in the Ice Cavern. The other one's going to be on the Ocarina of Time.
I think they might have said that the Prelude was on Ocarina, but I'm not completely sure.
Okay, that's probably accurate. Which means Saria's is in the Ice Cavern. And we saw Keizo go into Goron City on a whim. On his way into turn in Rudo's letter and found the second Zora scale from the Hot Rodder Goron. And we had a bomb bag in the Fire Temple as our way the Hero Fire Temple. So that not only points to a whole bunch of stuff, but also clearly points to the Hot Rodder locked in the scale.
Keizo has started Jabba Jabba's Valley.
Yeah, Keizo in the driver's seat for sure.
Definitely seems to have the advantage being up the forest medallion. That being said, we also still have yet to see Kokiri's Emerald and Goron's Ruby.
Now, one of them is going to be in the Shadow Temple, one of them is going to be in the Water Temple. Which one's which, we are not certain yet. But one thing to note, as we see Mr. Mario collecting more spiders, that's something Keizo is not going to be doing. Keizo will be saving a little bit of time on his route through Jabu Jabu and the rest of the dungeons.
And what is this? An octopus? Nah, it's just Big Octo.
The easiest mini-boss in the game. Might have trolled you as a child. Mr. Mario's gonna show you why you were silly.
Oh, that was quite the slap to the rear.
That good old booty slap with a Deku stick. That's all it takes. I'm always curious to see we see some racers opt to skip lowering this platform. We see Mr. Mario doing it now. Doesn't really pay off unless you can get this trick first try. And it's a bit of a tricky trick. Answer a question in chat. Why does that kill so quickly? Little known fact to the casual racer, or the casual player of Ocarina of Time, the Deku Stick does more damage than the Kokiri Sword. The Deku Stick does Master Sword damage. So, as opposed to a casual play doing like 4 regular slashes of the Kokiri Sword or 2 jump slashes. Speedrunners know it just takes 1 jump slash of the Deku Stick. As well, Mr. Mario manipulated a little bit of damage boosting to get on the rear side of Big Octo during that fight. Now you're going to see him employ some Deku Nuts. Also, the casual player of Ocarina of Time might underestimate the power of these little nuts. And you see, just like that, those jellyfish are down. I'm sure there is one SpongeBob SquarePants wishing he could get his hands on some Deku Nuts for his sport of jellyfishing. And just like that, Mr. Mario taking out Baronade as Keizo reaches Big Octo. And that will be the water medallion for Mr. Mario.
And an arrow.
Keizo, missing the jump. Getting electrified by whatever these things are.
I'm not sure if we even really want to know.
Good point. Keizo also skipping the platform. And he saves some time getting this trick. First attempt. Going with pause buffering.
And he gets it.
And gets it. Very nice. Good time save.
It's Mario starting his trek through the Spirit Temple on the child side.
Yep, but definitely trailing behind. Keizo is not far, already in the Baronade fight. Maintaining that lead. But to address something in chat, I'm not sure Mr. Mario will make it into Child of Goron City. He might just do his spider hunting in other areas and not make it in there.
Okay, so finishing up the Baronade fight.
Yeah, a little bit more trouble with it. Getting hit, I think, in extra time, but no worries. Has him down. And that will give them access to the Brennan Kakariko cutscene check. Hinted about 2.5 hours ago. Little less than that, but about 2.5 hours ago. We got a hint that that is where Zelda's Lullaby is.
Would it be possible for Ganon's castle to hold the light arrows in this?
It certainly could, yeah.
That's also some open possibilities as well.
Yep. The absolutely trolliest location would be in the light trial or outside of Ganon's castle.
Which would require you to have golden gauntlets.
Yep, something we don't know where they are, so if they get to that point without golds, and that's the location of the light arrows, we're still looking for something, which means, you know, the third strength could be in the ice cavern, it could be in the bottom of the well. Not too many other places it could be, but you know, they could find the boss key really early in Water Temple, get that hint for light arrows, go on a whole big trek, only to find that strength 3 was in the very next check next to the boss key in the Water Temple. So we could still be here for a while. However, Keizo has decided they're pulling the Master Sword from the pedestal of time. They're tired of all these adults looking and talking down on him. He's ready to see things eye to eye. He's ready to visit Kakariko, collect his Zelda's Lullaby.
Could also open up the very last of Spirit Temple, among a few other things.
Yep. Most likely, we'll go straight back either into the graveyard or to Lake Hylia to complete the Water Temple. He's definitely gonna be rushing his final dungeons, hoping that light arrows are on the way, but gonna prioritize that light arrow hint, as opposed to cleaning up checks that are out of the way. And yep, straight back into the graveyard. Now we saw Mario do over half of this. He got all the way to the boat without Zelda's Lullaby. And we all also know, of course, that this is a foolish location. There's not going to be anything in here. The very best that they could hope to find would be the Zora tunic.
Since Keizo also now has Zelda's Lullaby, Keizo should be able to check the Colossus Great Fairy, which could also hold the Way of the Hero item.
That's a possibility as well. That might just be for the Nocturne of Shadow that we got in Desert Colossus, which is required for the Shadow Temple. Well, you never know in Randomizer. You never know. But Mario, oh my gosh, go into Goron. No, make flip. Go. Ah, so close, but so far away.
Are you choosing to continue along with the spider hunt?
Yeah, it makes sense. There's a couple solo patches in here, a couple spiders that you can easily collect quickly. But if he does go into there, he'll be regretting the choice of doing it the other way around. But that's one of the things about hindsight.
It's always 2020.
And he's gonna get his silver scale. Woohoo! So with the chunk of the Shadow Temple that Mario has completed, including opening up that shortcut, he's not out of this. Very easily he could come back in it to win it. But Keizo is still in a bit of a lead.
Mr. Mario continuing this spider hunt. I wasn't able to see the number. Was that 47?
I don't think it's that many, but
Okay.
I would not call this spider hunt at this point. I would call this his continued delay of his silver scale. Oh no.
Oh, no.
No. And his continued delay of his silver scale.
Well.
Yeah,
so much you can
that's
do
all
at this
about
point.
you can say.
And more. Okay.
Yeah, you might have been right. Yeah, that might have been like 47, 48. You might be right up on it.
Okay, that text box disappeared way too fast for me to tell.
I didn't even see any text on that text box.
We're just going a little too fast.
No such thing as too fast for speedrunners.
Just too fast for commentators to keep up with the text.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the Shadow Temple Skulltulas. I've actually gotten infinite comboed by one and had to reset the game because I couldn't break out.
Nice.
Yeah, I had tried to roll past it as it was coming down, and it smacked me into the wall, and it literally just infinite comboed me until I got up and hit the reset button.
I used Inspire in that hallway. Not your fastest strat, but one of your safest.
I mean, if it works, it
That's
works. There is the silver
There
scale.
is the scale. So Mario could have gotten that about 45, 60 seconds ago in Goron City, but there it is. Not too bad, still in it. We'll use that to claim his long shot. And with that long shot, he'll be in glow mode. And to note, he has a good chunk of Shadow Temple up to the boat cleared out.
Decides to play Serenade first.
Yeah, he's gonna take the owl. He doesn't have Prelude, so this is his quickest way back adult.
Makes sense.
Alright. He doesn't have anything left to do as child, hopefully.
Guys are getting their biggest bomb back.
Big boy. I think though at this point Keizo is a little bit too far ahead for Mr. Mario to catch up. Of course, the exception to that would be an extraordinarily trolly location for those light arrows. But Keizo will get to that hint before Mr. Mario. But also to note, there were 7 other racers in this race. Just one of them has forfeited in the 3 hours they've been playing.
That is unfortunate. Well, the forfeit is.
Mario back in the desert. Nothing's stopping him now from completing the Spirit Temple and claiming Zelda's Lullaby. Mr. Mario getting a little extreme in the Silver Rupee half pipe of the Spirit Temple. Ooh, Keizo getting
all over the place by the fans.
Yeah, don't usually see that strat. Most people use the hover boots, or the iron boots rather than the hover boots in that room.
It seemed like it worked out.
Yep. Maybe just doing a little swag strats for the restream value.
Pretty sure I've seen both runners attempt to show off some sort of swag during this race.
Yeah, it is a cash prize tournament, but this is the optional qualifier round. This will determine the seeding for the bracket stage.
And Mr. Mario getting there, double magic.
Keizo about to take a trip through the Tunnel of Love. Don't think he will be too happy with the blind dates that his friends have set him up with.
I wonder if he'll choose them out or not.
Pacifist strats or the brute force method? What's your pick?
Pacifist strat. That's a little bit more fun. Just let them take care of themselves.
Wallow away in self-pity into the abyss. Keizo a bit more ruthless, giving him an extra push.
I mean, sometimes you have to bully the bullies.
I mean, sometimes people just don't take no for an answer.
Nope. You gotta stick them with the sword.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Stick them with a restraining order.
Okay, I guess, but do Stalfos listen to restraining orders?
Good point. Keizo unfortunately not able to skip the invisible maze here like we saw the last qualifier. Or actually, I think that was 2 qualifiers ago. Proved very handy in getting first place. It's a Deku Stick upgrade. Not the light arrows he's looking for.
Maybe that any of the bosses could have one.
Yeah, it's possible. Bongo Bongo could hold it. Could be in the vanilla boss key chest in Ganon's castle. Could be really convenient like that. For Mario's sake, let's hope not. But Mr. Mario, if he opts to do the sunblock room before the top of Spirit Temple, might end up saving him a good chunk of time.
We shall see what kind of decisions they make.
Keizo has grabbed their final small key. Fortunately, no light arrows in the chests. And Mr. Mario is... yeah, there you go. Nice play. It's gonna come down to the water temple and the location of those light arrows. Will they be accessible? Will they require strength 3? Those are the questions on the table. Big Goron sword in hand, Bongo Bongo is no problem for Keizo.
First round. It's Mario picking up their Spirit Temple boss key.
Yeah, hopefully on the next update of the randomizer will we see some colored keys, as well as the gem inside that boss key is planned to be color-coded to the temples. But Bongo Bongo does not have the answer of our light arrows. But will give us an answer to our stone locations finally, 2 hours 48 minutes in. Kokiri Emerald in the Shadow Temple. The Goron Ruby is our reward for killing Morpha in the Water Temple, which is exactly where Keizo's headed next.
We have not received any hints about the Water Temple, have we?
Nope, no idea where the boss key is, or anything else. So I see in chat someone was asking what people are needing. Mario doesn't need the slingshot. It's technically required for logic. But he has killed Queen Gama, so that will not be an obstacle for Mr. Mario. The only obstacle in these racers' way are where those light arrows are, and if they are blocked by strength 3.
Could put all runners in trouble.
Anyone just joining us or unfamiliar with what's going on, this is Qualifier number 10, the Ocarina Time Randomizer Tournament hosted by SpeedGaming, part of their live series of tournaments happening later on in November. This is the optional qualifier round for the seeding in the bracket phase of the tournament. The setting for the race in the tournament are 3 spiritual stones open up Ganon's castle. The shadow and the spirit medallions unlock Ganon's castle boss key. Other than that, they are playing in the standard rule set, which essentially means no glitches allowed other than ground jumps and flame storage. And unfortunately, through most of these qualifiers, we have seen tons and tons of dungeon requirements. Settings were kind of tailored for shorter seeds, hopefully, less dungeons. That has not seemed to be the case so far in the qualifier rounds.
Mario finally making short work of Twin Rova.
Yep, fun fact in the German translation of this game. Twin Rova is translated in the German edition as sexy thermohexy. I kid you not.
Interesting.
I honestly rather prefer it.
They are grand.
Okay, so 2 small keys in hand, still looking for that boss key. And Mario following in Keizo's footsteps, doing that Shadow Temple before the Water Temple. Oh no, needs Zelda's Lullaby first.
Giza finds their boss key.
Oh wow. Wow, that means the Water Temple wasn't ZL locked. You could get that without lowering the water.
Question is if they would need to full clear that water temple to find the item that they need.
Yeah, we could have the light arrows inside the Water Temple. That would be pretty trolly. 253, 254 going into Morpha. Unfortunately, Keizo will not be able to sub 3-hour this seed. But in the driver's seat. Mario back in the Shadow Temple, about to take the shortcut. In case you didn't know about it, you do have to push that block all the way to the ladder in order for the flag to set. Mario was in here earlier, made sure to do that. About to take his own ride through the Tunnel of Love. Blink and you miss it though. Keizo has defeated Morpha. Just a small key, no light arrows. So we're off to Ganon's castle. Time is dwindling, chat. Get your guesses in. Where are our light arrows?
See Mr. Mario taking the fun pacifist route with the tunnel.
Not a whole lot of places our light arrows could be. They could be in any one of our Great Fairy Fountains. My co-commentator, Metroid Master, has been aching to see the Desert Colossus Fairy Fountain.
That's just my quickest guess.
Also haven't seen anything in the Ice Cavern or the neighboring regions. Haven't seen anything unlocked by the Song of Storms as well.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we've seen any hints about those locations either.
Yeah, and definitely not. 256 though. Keizo out of the Temple of Time, on their way to spawn the Rainbow Bridge.
The other question is, will Keizo do any checks inside Ganon's tower?
Yeah, I think at this point in the race, you just do the vanilla boss key chest on the way up to Ganondorf.
And then reset at the hin. Mr. Mario, finish off the invisible floor master hands. Those are quite a pain if you don't kill them quickly enough.
Yeah, the key is quickly. You gotta get in there and dispatch them fast.
Otherwise, they'll grab your face. And we all know what happens when any sort of face hugger gets a hold of you.
I answer a question in chat. The credits do not pertain, or do not contain any information about the seed like other randomizers.
And a blue pea in the vanilla boss key chest in the tower.
Yeah, so no convenient light arrows. Question chat, where are light arrows? We don't know. Stay tuned here on Speed Gaming to find out. Keizo on his way up the castle will tell us shortly. Well, Ganondorf will tell us shortly. In that James Bond-esque villain style. Unfortunately, no Pharaoh's Wind is set in here for an easy return. If they're somewhere far away, perhaps buried 7 years in the past. Silverless Ganon, not a problem. It's light arrowless Ganon that's a problem. In the graveyard.
In the graveyard. Oh.
That is in the Royal Tomb Chest.
Yeah.
Right in front of Mr. Mario. You got a hint way early on that song in there was the Minuet of the Forest. So they never went in there. They never did flame storage. Luckily, Keizo can do this as an adult as well. But yeah, that's a pretty good location for him. Won't take him too long to get back there. Probably will be finishing up within the next 10 minutes. Yes, to answer our question in chat, if you can get all the way up to Ganondorf without the light arrows, he will tell you. Kind of gloating like a James Bond villain, you know?
as he is ought to do. And indeed, there are the light arrows for Keizo. Keizo is in go mode and will be making his way to the Ganondorf fight. Mr. Mario grabbing the boss key for the Water Temple.
It only took Keizo 3 hours. It's about the longer end of seed length that we are looking for this tournament. The Randomizer devs had fun creating the Randomizer program and the puzzle nature to it, but they're merciful developers, and for that reason there are things like hints. The 100 Skulltula reward is not in the randomized pool as vanilla 200 rupee. But Keizo has to climb up the castle.
Once again.
And in a good place. In a good place to finish here. But Mr. Mario won't be far behind. There is Spiritual Stone number 3 for them. Let's see what their play is going through the castle.
Alright, Keizo starting the Ganondorf fight for the second time.
This is the Dwarf fight. The ORF.
Kids are going for the bottle strats.
Yeah, a little ping pong action with the bottle.
And one cycle Ganondorf. Let's go.
Yeah, I believe he had stored up a jump slash with the big Goron sword before that fight started.
He did.
Making very efficient use of that time. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Speed Gaming, 3 hours, 3 minutes, 40 seconds in. Here's Ganon.
Wonder what strategy he's going to pick with the first phase. My personal favorite that I've heard is using Deku Nuts on the tail.
Yeah, that is usually the case when you are at this point without the hammer. The fastest, quickest, most efficient way to kill this pig here is to store up a Master Sword slash. And Ganon, being a cheapo, just because he knocks it away from you, it's no problem. You have that Master Sword damage stored up with your hammer. So phase 1, as you see, no problem for Keizo. The barrier has been dispelled, reunited with that Master Sword. Not that it really does him much good.
One jump slash to the face. Roll through.
5 more hits. 2.
3.
Oh, missed
looks
one.
like Case is getting ready to finish it off.
Now, Princess Zelda finally lending her hands. Stunning the pig with a magical beam of light, imbuing the Master Sword with some extra magical oomph. And with a slice and a dice, get your GGs in chat for Keizo, finishing with a time of 3 hours, 5 minutes, 23 seconds on the official race time clock. Serving us up a tasty portion of bacon. What a seed.
It has definitely been quite the seed.
And on the other side of the screen, Mr. Mario just getting that hint for the light arrows. This was a close game for sure. A couple of slightly different plays, and it would have been a completely different race here.
It's definitely been quite the seed. Like, I honestly do not know how long I would have taken to do this one myself, because I tend to go into dungeons and just start full clearing stuff as I feel like I need to.
Alright. So, like, one little thing, like, if it was different, right? We got a Goron Pottery hint. If that silver scale was in Goron Pottery instead of the Hot Rodder, Mr. Mario would have seen that, not spent that time collecting those Skulltulas, and it would have been so much quicker. But as it is, getting those light arrows
kind of cost some. I will say, getting the Skulltulas for that scale cost them quite a bit of time.
Yep, a few seconds here and there, but it added up over the course of the 3-hour seed. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Keizo kind of just in the right place at the right time. Trying to route in a way to get that Lake Hylia away the hero. And to get the checks that he had available to him at the time. And honestly, I don't know if very many people are gonna roll into Goron City. There's that one check available to you at that time.
Mr. Mario's making his way up Ganon's tower. You get to see how his Ganondorf fight goes and what his final time looks like.
Yeah, one final climb up. Here's the last staircase. And then a little bit of Groundhog's Day action.
We get to witness another fight against Ganon. These toys are too much for you.
Yeah. Another light arrow hint reveal. Qualifier number 10, not disappointing here on SpeedGaming. Interesting start with hover boots and a bottle in Mido's house.
Those hover boots.
Found later on that Kokiri Force was way the hero.
Yeah, the hover boots being the big one.
Yeah. But also saw that bottle coming into play. Mr. Mario at 3 hearts, climbing through the Fire Temple. Made use of those fairies. But we saw Fire Temple way the hero for our bomb bag. Unfortunately, got hookshot locked out of that. Our boss key being up on Pierre. So both runners having to double dip with the hero Fire Temple. But the real troll of the seed was that silver scale. One of them on 50 skulls. The other one on the Hot Rodder, Big Rolling Goron in Goron City. Keizo getting the ladder, Mr. Mario collecting 50 Skulltulas. And passing through Child Goron City shortly before turning that 50 skulls in. That was the difference maker between these two racers. Again, 7 total entrants at the start. 1 forfeit. Keizo in first place. Mario 6-7 minutes behind now. Slated for that 2nd place time.
He gets it.
Cameo from Princess Zelda number 2. Although technically she did deliver us that castle boss key in the Temple of Time way earlier.
Right.
But the devs took her out of that.
And the final hit, and Mr. Mario 7788 finishes with an official time of 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 3 seconds on Race Time GG.
Yeah, just under 7 minutes behind Keizo here. So we'll mark them as finished. Hopefully the SpeedGaming bot is behaving and delivers them an invite into the Discord.
Will we get to talk to them for an interview?
Yeah, because that was a crazy race. But yeah, hope everyone here in Speed Gaming enjoyed it. These were the top 2 finishers here. Just moments ago, because they have been racing on a 20-minute delay, the 3rd place finisher, Zephyr's, come in with a time of 3 hours, 29 minutes, 14 seconds.
And we still have 3 other racers in progress and 1 forfeit.
Yeah, but so 7 minutes between 1st and 2nd, and then an additional 17 minutes between 2nd and 3rd. So that tells me that multiple people not going into Child Goron City getting that silver scale. Either that or some other check. Maybe the mirror shield in Dodongo's cavern above the boss chamber trolled some people. But not a straightforward playthrough by any means.
Not at all.
Looks like we do have Mr. Mario in the waiting room.
Right. We'll see if Keizo is able to join us as well.
Normally, you can just drag people up here. But Mr. Mario, if you can hear us, just click on live on air if you got your mic and everything set up, or as soon as you do. But we will be back here in 2 days' time on Tuesday night for qualifier number 11.
Yep.
See people here for that one.
Hello, Mr. Mario, or good morning, I guess, as it's a little past midnight here.
Yes. Hello.
So that was quite a doozy of a seed.
Indeed it was.
So we saw you hunting for a lot of gold Skulltulas. Did you happen to figure out that the Hot Rodder Goron also had a scale?
I saw that on other people's streams, yeah, after I finished. That was kind of funny, because it was the only check in Goron City in Child Goron City of use, because the pot was hinted and you can't get to Darunia without getting the scale first, so.
Yeah, I was saying kind of at the end there, if things had been slightly different with the scale being in the Goron pot, that would have saved you a whole chunk of time, and it might have been much closer there between you and Kaizo, because Kaizo there was one who managed to, on his way to turning in the letter, to jump into Goron City, get that one check, and save him a whole bunch of spider farming.
Wow.
But he was hunting spiders too. We saw him doing the bugs in Lost Woods, but did save. I think he maybe got 20-some, 27, 28 maybe before getting the scale.
Wow.
Other than that, until the bug hunting, you two were neck and neck for a little while. So it was a fairly close race.
Right.
August and I were sitting here having bets on just where exactly those light arrows were going to be. I was, for whatever reason, banking on them being in Desert Colossus because of the way of the hero hint, but apparently I was completely off on that.
Yeah, light arrows can't be hinted way the hero.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's only if you need light arrows to get to Ganondorf that they can be hinted way the hero, so not in these settings.
Yeah. But you were first to pull out that Ruto's letter in Lake Hylia away the hero. First to go into GTG for that treasure trove.
Yeah, I mean, GTG was basically my only play at that point. I've done Forest, I did Fire, DC, Deku, pretty much most of the overworld, so GTG was basically the only option left, unless I wanted to hard farm 50 skulls, or go for one-off checks like Goron City and such. And well, it paid out, so that was good.
Yep, definitely. Keizo, though, I mentioned on his way to turn in Ruto's letter, grabbed that scale, and then turned in the letter, grabbed the silver scale, or the silver gauntlets rather, and in that point was in the driver's seat, was able to clear out Spirit Temple on one go, but still a really close race. 7 minutes between first and second, 17 between second and third. That's just a crazy time difference.
Yeah, I mean, this was a brutal seed. Like, whoever's rolling these seeds, we're gonna need to use a stop. Even though I did have fun with this seed, I did have fun.
It was definitely very fun to watch and commentate. But yeah, we might have to have a little chat with people rolling these seeds and betting them.
Yeah, this is what, like, we've had multiple all dungeon seeds, and this was no different, so.
Yeah, he did get to avoid the bottom of the well in the ice cavern.
Yeah, I was thinking for sure light arrows would be in one of those two locations.
Yeah.
But thankfully not.
It was kind of interesting having the light arrows be like kind of right under everyone's nose in the composer's grave.
Right. Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't on Dampe, because I just walked right by him. It wasn't Dampe o'clock, so I couldn't do him, so. I was really hoping that wasn't the case, because then I would have just been able to go mode Jabu and Spirit, and that would have saved a decent amount of time.
Yeah, Dampe was a kind of a jerk to you from what I saw, putting that flame like right in the corner, just right in the way. But he's also known to do that.
Oh, I'm talking about Child Dampe, that I just completely skipped.
Yeah,
like,
never
for me,
really
Lighter was
routed
gonna
him
be
in.
there, or Composer Grave, so it was 50-50.
I gotcha, yeah. And we saw Keizo route that in at some point. Forget what it was, but trash, obviously.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, how do you go to Goron City before turning in the letter? Because you have to go up the river, right? And you would just
Well,
ideally play Nocturne and go upriver.
at that point, he didn't even have the letter, so he was routing in Way of the Hero Lake Hylia. At that point, he had done like the lab route. He'd done the adult side,
Right.
because right, Keizo had an interesting route. He got Zelda's, or no, he didn't even do Zelda's letter early. He almost did an immediate adult segment. So he did Gerudo Valley early, then went into the market and went adult. And he was adult for quite a while before coming back child, getting all of his 3 songs going into Deku Tree. He had, I think, Fire Temple and Dodongo's Cavern before doing Deku Tree.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah, so he was chasing, I think, Way of the Hero locations, going down to Lake Hylia. Just so happened to do some spider farming through the Lost Woods, rolled his way into Goron City, and pulled out that scale.
Dang. Well,
Yeah, definitely good on him, but good on you for that second place finish.
yeah, thank you.
It was a very good race. Very fun to commentate.
I hope to see you back here in 2 days. Tuesday night is qualifier number 11.
Yeah, I'm probably doing that one as well. So
Nice. Hope
gotta
to see
get
you
my
there.
last ones in.
Yep.
Wish you all the best of luck. Hopefully, maybe I will be able to return again to commentate that one as well. See how things are going schedule-wise.
Very nice. Well, let's hope to see our racers back here in a couple days or whenever they can get back to racing. Once again, make sure you give everybody a follow, all our racers. Without them racing these races, we wouldn't have the races to watch being raced. Thanks to my co-commentator, Metroid Master,
Thank
for
you
joining
very
the
much for having
craziness.
me.
Yeah, and we had Duke Firebird and Make Walk Herd behind the scenes doing some tracking. So we had a full team here today on Speed Gaming for this randomizer race.
By the way, just out of interest, we have our 4th place finish. Dylan Meeble finishes with an official time of 3 hours, 36 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Still two racers to go, Zemo and Mike Cat. If you're interested in rooting them on, we encourage y'all to jump in their chat and give them a root on. No spoilers, of course, please. But yeah, we hope to see you back here in a couple days, or whenever you see something on the Speed Gaming schedule that piques your interest.
All right, till then, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see y'all next mission.
Yeah. Any final words from you, Mr. Mario?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Alrighty. Hope to see everyone another day, another race.